How did I make peace with God about my sexuality and what the Bible says? You're a former lesbian. First of all, thank you for asking that question, commentary by Joyce. I wish that more people would ask questions like that because I love to answer them. I served God, Joyce, with all my heart, mind, body, and soul. I gave the God I knew at the time everything I had. I fasted, I prayed, I denied myself. And what I realized was that my sexuality did not go away. It stayed. So I walked away from God and everything. I left it all. I left it all, Joyce. And I said to myself, whatever sticks is what I'm going to go with. What I realized was that my spirituality and my relationship with God went way deeper than the church and my church experience. What I realized was through the church experience, through that portal, I had developed something in my heart that loved God more than I ever knew. What was shielding it was the church experience. And when I walked away and saw myself in the mirror of life naked, all I saw was a warm heart that loved God. Now, I say he, and I speak of God like a person, but I do not see God like that. Here's how I see God. I see God as source, the original, the beginning of all beginnings, the be-all, end-all of all things. The English language and my culture taught me to call that God and to pronoun that God as a he. So I use that language because I'm used to speaking like that. But I do not believe there is a he up there that is running everything. I honor the source. And I believe that if you want to connect with any form of God or ideal of God, you must go inside and connect with source. I'm so secure that I am from source and I am not wrong. I am authentically who I am and I am right and in righteousness. But I am insecure in how I fit in the culture. My issue with my sexuality is not from source. It is from this. It is from the challenge of love. It is from the challenge of acceptance. It is from the challenge of connection. It is the challenge of having friends that are not. It's not from source. It's this. So there is peace from the perspective of I had a little friend and there was nothing in me that felt like God was going to destroy me. Nothing. But then there was this doubt in my heart like, you sure? So I'm having to onion layer cultural construct so that I can get to the full piece of source. And that takes time because I didn't come out the closet until I was like 36 years old. I'm only 44. That was 8 years ago. So I have 8 years of freedom and 36 years of layers. I am okay with admitting that I am still coming into myself as a human, but as a being, I am one with my source. Two things can be true at once. And I think that if you separate the two, you won't let social anxiety become a spiritual anxiety. Because you might think that this social anxiousness that you feel is almost like a sign from God that God is not pleased with you. This session, this is not even a session, this is a live show. But that's not just for sexuality. There are a lot of us who think we have been convicted by God, but we have only been convicted by current culture. And you got to know the difference between a culture conviction and a source conviction. I believe that when it comes to sexuality, it is a cultural conviction, not a source conviction. That applies to so many areas. But see, Jace, I love that you see that, Jace. I love that because if you hear the wisdom in what I'm saying, you just don't attach it to sexuality. You attach it to everything. Now, all right, watch this. Smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol, what you watch, what you wear, who your friends are. Have you been living your life from cultural conviction or source conviction?